Oh, good morning. Welcome to the IOSOS. This is Every Trade, Behind the Build, episode 56. Actually quite comfy, that. 2 teas, please. Good morning, welcome back to Every Trade Behind the Build. Hope you've had a good week, guys. It's Wednesday today. There's an episode coming out tonight. If you've not watched it, get it watched. As I touched on at the end of the last episode, we hit 10,000 subscribers and I'm absolutely over the moon with that. It's unbelievable. Didn't think it'd happen this fast. Like I said, someone said to me at the start, when we started, this will be 10,000 subscribers by the end of summer, and I thought no chance. And but I'm ambitious, so just all I wanted to do is just keep being consistent. Wasn't really sure what we were going to be, what this channel was going to put out really. I just wanted to tell the story, as I said, and obviously I've addressed the whole thing about copying Asheville and whatnot, and just being influenced by him, I'd say, is the right way to put it. But that, I feel like we're finding our feet now. I feel like just telling the story, being consistent, talking about the mad things that go on in this business is real, and that's all I can do, and that's hopefully what people want to see. Because it is a mad business. Because we're so ambitious, we do everything. We do obviously the construction, all sorts of construction, small works, big works. We do the mechanical side, the property side. We own preferred joinery. We've obviously now got this grab and aggregates thing really sort of taking shape, and the yard is flying. So yeah, it's good. I'm just going to tell the story, put it out there. I had a call actually from a subscriber who lives in France. He's probably watching now. Really nice guy. Talking about maybe coming over and having a chat, maybe even doing a bit of business, looking to do some investment into our property side. And he said something to me that it made me feel really good actually, because it's not that what's something I've aimed to do, but it's kind of who I am. And he said, watching other people, you feel like you're watching a polished thing, but watching you, it's like watching the guy next door. And I guess that's all I am really. I'm just a normal, try to work hard, be honest, family lad. I've come from nothing. I fully expect to any time that I could go back to nothing, so I'm enjoying it while I can, and I just enjoy building something that's hopefully gonna mean something. I wrote a word in my phone when I was away the other week, and it's the word profound. And they're just I know we're only building. There's loads of construction companies, there's loads of aggregate companies, loads of bespoke joinery companies out there, but that's fine, that's great. But what I want to do is bring all that together and just build something that will leave a bit of a legacy, maybe just for my kids, do good jobs, try and help people out along the way. I've seen people that work for us build amazing lives, buy their first house, buy the second house, get into property, buy really nice camper vans and caravans and build careers. People that have left us, but have built their career, started their career with us. I love all that, and that honestly gives me such a buzz. I'm not here just for the money. Money's just a metric, money's just a measuring stick of how you're doing. I'm here to do something that's profound in my life and maybe a couple other people's lives. I'm not clever enough to invent a device or Apple or something like that. I just know that if I use my personality and I'm good with people and I'm fair and I try and do things right and work with the best people I can do, like Alex, KTM, Danny B, our kid, all the trades that work for me, Sean, loads. If I surround myself with great people, then I've got a chance of doing something profound. So yeah, it's again, I go on mad rants on these little car things, but yeah, it's good and I love it. So thank you for subscribing. If you're not subscribed, please just click that button and do it. We've added like 500 and odd subscribers this week alone, and it's only Wednesday, so it's amazing. Hopefully now that we've passed that 10k mark, the algorithm will pick us up, because I just want to get this story out there and tell it warts and all and be held accountable like you guys do. So what we're doing now, I'm on my way to project 849 this week. For the rest of this week, I've got to be a builder, because it's all well and good having the background projects, property, the yard, grabs and everything else, but project 849 needs to be delivered. And you've just seen there that the boys are smashing it. They always do, but time waits for no man. So I'm going to go over there now. I've got a big meeting with the client, the owner, the investors of the client. So I want to make sure that obviously anything they need, any questions they need answering, just make sure that the site is as it should be, which it will be. So yeah, busy week, let's have it. So that's that meeting done with now. To be honest with you, we were just there letting them have a walk round. We let the client show, it was actually the client's investors, so basically the top of the tree. It used to be back in the day that I'd really get nervous about situations like that. I'd always think people were judging me, because these are probably privately educated, successful, and I used to feel real imposter syndrome. I had that since I've been a bit of a kid, really. I always thought that people were looking down on me. From a height, they probably were, but in terms of where I was, my intelligence, and because of where I come from. But I don't care anymore, because it doesn't bother me at all. I'm confident in our product. I don't let things like that bother me at all. So yeah, it's one of them, innit? It's a weird thing. I mean, I don't say I am who I am, and you should always be who you are. But when you're up and coming, and you're dealing with very, very successful people that have got lots of money, and and lots of own lots of property and are really successful, you feel like they're looking down on you. And they may well be, but it doesn't bother me if they are, because I've done all right and we're doing all right. So yeah, confident in my product and confident in what we do. But yeah, any of you guys suffer from imposter syndrome? I've definitely had it since I've been a kid. It's the council estate kid in me. My mum was a single parent, and if anything though, I've channeled that into pushing me on now. That's my worry for my kids, because my kids haven't been born into that. They've been born into I won't say money, but they've been born into some success, and they don't really know what it's like to go without. So it's hard to strike the balance, because I'm also wanting to give them the life that I didn't have, but at the same time I don't want to feel entitled. So yeah, it's a hard balancing act, isn't it? And you watch social media now and you feel as a parent that you're doing a good job. You're judging yourself. You see all these people doing perfect parenting. But yeah, it's done though. They're happy. There's a lot to do there, but I've had a good walk round with Bizzo, Sean and Charlotte, the project manager. They're doing a great job. Got everything. I was speaking to Charlotte then, actually. We were laughing this isn't like a multi-million-pound scheme, and she basically started 4 years ago with me with no knowledge of project management. She'd had good jobs, and she took time out to have kids, and then she came back working for us, and we've trained her up, and she's running the show now. And it's great, because I think in a way she had a bit of imposter syndrome, because she's surrounded by all these men who, you know, have been in the industry for 30 years. But it's great because all my guys have got respect for that. But she's earned that respect, so it's nice to see her flourish and hold her own, basically. But yeah, busy week-ish there now. But got every faith in the boys. They're going to work all hours, weekends, whatever it takes to get it done. Going back to HQ now, catch up on emails. Going to help my mate get onto, he just set up his accounts package, so I'm going to try and do a bit of work for my mate there, help him out, show him that, try and help another business owner out, and then yeah, see what this day brings. So, back in HQ now, over in Liverpool, as I've said in the last video, this really is the business end for Alex. I'm obviously, the way Alex and I work, I look after the construction side, the grab and aggregate side. We work together on everything, but he's over in Liverpool building the property side and also running Preferred. And it's great, we'll combine, but when it comes to this time, Alex is on the ground trying to get the houses finished. And on Project Adelaide, we are massively under pressure. We actually shot this last week, but we just couldn't fit it into last week's episode. So you'll see Alex under pressure, trying to get the house finished, trying to get the pictures done, and just trying to get it ready for the tenants. Because if you don't move them tenants in on time, it's a disaster reputationally, and it's also really stressful for them. So over to you, Mr. Dick, and good luck. Ow!
Yes, from Emperor.
Chris, who?
Yes.
John, you okay, mate?
Okay, so you're coming now?
No, mate, yeah. So we just up the wall, so we couldn't sort it ourselves. That's why we phoned you to do it.
What today, mate? It is basically right now, 10 o'clock.
I know, we were meant to sort the key, but we never. Oh, you filmed me there? Flagging me. Oh, yeah, so gonna be done then, army.
Not far. Absolutely less pressure now. Silent.
So you're coming here now?
Yes, the Pattes lads coming here.
Blind, that's what he's saying.
Let me phone him.
So the blind lads are meant to be fitted? Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's now Friday. I've been on them every single day. They said yesterday that the wrong blinds come. But what's funny is, he said they measured them, so they knew they were the wrong size, but they come in a box, and normally when they come to site to fit them, they bring the boxes out the van and then open them up in the house. They never open up in the factory, so I think they haven't even ordered them, or they've done something else and just making excuses. So yeah, and then the lads are just in there now cracking on, doing final bits that should have been done earlier on because of all the knock-on effects that they've been waiting for. Splashbacks getting tiled took too long, other things that happened took too long, it's pushed everything else back. So we've been here all late last night, early this morning, getting done. Niall, behind the camera, was meant to be getting his finishing photos done now, but we're not going to be done, are we still? So we're going to have to wait and push it back. And then as well as this, we've got other bits going on, like bits of pat testing going on other houses and that, and me and Christine are just like saying this is the worst day ever for it to even get done.
Already Friday. Yeah.
So yeah, carnage. So the headboards, that was the shape upstairs, I'll show you in a minute. The measures come wrong the first time, went back, fixed it, and then they come back the second time, and then the side that was right is now gone even taller. So it's out with the pitch, but we're too late to even swap it. So on the photos, Niall doesn't even know what he's going to see them. We'll have to try and get an angle so you can't see it as much. And then Wednesday, swap it, we'll do whatever, give us another one, we'll swap it or something. But yeah, so that's coming anyway, isn't it?
Yes, that's work.
And you'll see there all the dressings are there now, which are our finishing dressings, which, as I say, we should be doing it right now, but there's still bits getting done. Is this room been cleaned, yeah? Yeah?
Yeah, it's been
Smells clean anyway.
Yeah, been clean, just some touch-up was on the walls and doors.
See them in there, look, in the bottom?
Stain, need the brush, yeah? Need the toilet brush.
And obviously waiting on blinds to come, which I've just seen Christian dealing with, trying to get them sorted. So have they set a time on the blinds now?
He said just coming, but I go myself, I like to the shop and picking up the blinds.
So Christian's going to pick them up himself, but saying he hasn't got a fitter to fit them. It's one of the subscribers who messaged on YouTube as well, because they've heard me going on about the sockets and stuff. He said, why don't you look into, what were they called again? Beadmaster. And to be fair, I'd never seen them before, which it's basically them, you can see. And they're a decent idea then. And for the price involved, what they are, I think that's a pack of 10 for £22, so £2, 20 each. And we're going to try and do them next time, aren't we? We'll give them a go. Because as I say, fixing around the sockets, these ones aren't as bad to do. It's the ones that are on the bedside where you've got too close to each other. For whatever reason, the little middle piece in between, because it's only a small piece of plaster, it just never gets done properly. But yeah, so headboard's on now. It's the right one. The one in there. It's the wrong one.
Just wrong.
Isn't it? But yeah, you'll take all these off now, aren't you?
Yes, but that's starting to taking off everything.
Tellies are on.
That is on, all works.
Just need to make sure we have a final clean down as well. So it doesn't look that bad when you look at it.
As we know about it.
But we know about it.
Yeah.
You could probably get away with it, you know. You could probably just get away with it. So you'll see there, look, so the pit, that side's too high. Because it runs out with the pitch of the roof. It was measured so that same margin there was on line, but to be honest with you, because of the bulkhead, it sort of throws it out anyway. Like it takes your eye off it a bit. So I reckon we'll just leave it. So yeah, final clean's happening. We're filming, we're doing our bits, and then we're going to start getting dressing. Me, Mrs. Ray's on her way over with the baby. They're going to start dressing room, my mum's coming as well. So then they're going to start up here, get these dressed, and then I'll start getting his photo and videos, and we'll work our way down and stickers on the rods.
Stickers on the rods.
And as I say, the blinds, hopefully by the time we've done these 2 rooms, the blinds will come. And the bedrooms will have the blinds on. Otherwise it'll look a bit mad with no blinds. I'm getting photos. Up here we have Velux blinds going on, but you don't really need them on for the photos. Doesn't really matter. Just need them in for when the tenants are in, because they'll be awake on like the light. Won't be to sleep. So yeah. Christian!
Get a buddy.
See what they clean there now, because there's loads of dirt there for some reason. I think it's come off from the basement. Took the paint off. Took the paint off the skirt there, you know.
Okay.
So that's cut out ready to go on, isn't it?
Yes.
See, better height, mate. Well done. Kelly was put on, it was a little bit too high. He's lowered it down, now it's better. So you just got that to go on then when it's dry.
We just carry in soon as it's been painted, because we don't want to do any more paint inside.
Yeah. So have you got paint?
Yes, I got that. Just let them dry a bit, and we just, you know.
Tables all epoxy done, ready to roll. Kitchen's done, ready to roll. Just got your silicone to do on there, haven't you?
Yes, finally silicone.
So what happened was we were waiting on the tilers to get grouted up in time. Alex, our plumber, was here to fit this, pushed them back because they weren't done. And he then had to go to a job in Manchester, Project 849. And then Christine's had to fit the sink, but our master man had already been in, siliconed up everywhere before the kitchen sink was fitted. Now we've got to do that. And I'm going to show you something.
Yeah. Everybody been so care on it, but...
So you've heard me speaking about the hob and the fact that they always get damaged and cracked and stuff like that. And how much I said about don't take the protection off. I'm open now, I'm going to show you. Our hob's fitted as well, protected, because as I say, over the years we've had damages on that. And they break, and they're not cheap. They're like 200 quid or 350 they are to buy. They got fitted, we put timber over it, and there was a fault, and what we think was there was a fault on the electrics, and it was up there, a screw had gone through a cable where they put the stop bead in, and we think someone had been standing on here because it cracked it. No?
Just.
And so now it still works, but it's cracked, so it's just going to stay on. And it was to swap all that now, it's all been siliconed in and everything, and to pay for a replacement, it's not worth it. It still works, still intact, it's not dangerous or not, doesn't cut your finger, so we're just going to leave it and just use it. And if it breaks when the tenants are in or whatever, then we'll just replace it then, so at least we can get some use out of it. But Christian phoned me, I think it was Thursday night, was it not Thursday night, it was the Wednesday night, saying, Alex, bad news. And then when he tells me that, I know something's bad. So yeah. But other than that, it's flowing through good. The lads are just cleaning off the final clean, and there's a couple little bits that we need to just go over, but other than that, it's bits like that Christian as well. Because of the knock-on effect of certain things not happening, when the painters are due to finish, this splash rock should have been done already, and it hadn't, so now we're going to have to touch up ourselves now and paint round. There's bits there, it's going to grout missing up. So yeah, I mean, under pressure, but we should get it done.
We're done today, over today.
Yeah, should be done. Not far off now, dust and that.
Dust.
I'm just on Adelaide Road today, doing final works, final check-in, final everything, final photos before the tenants move in. And as always with a tight deadline, you're relying on people to stick to their agreements, and when they don't, pushes everything back, and it all has a knock-on effect. And then the people who are left to pick up the pieces are us over here now, Christian and the team. Because people don't understand as well when they say, or when they delay things by a day or so, it pushes everyone back, and we're relying on them to be done, which is frustrating. But you'll see today a bit of carnage what's going on. So the floor's been not long sealed, still drying in places, you can see, but looks good out here now, nice and fresh. This is probably the only bit of the house that's finished. Everything else inside is still a bit far off to go, but yeah, it's looking good anyway. We'll be 100% be done today, because we've got to be anyway, but knowing where we're up to now on past experiences, it's sound. But as I say, we've been in since early, and we were here late last night, just making sure stuff is in order and putting the pressure on really on the right places and on the right people to get done. And I know after today, Kristen will be happy that it's done. But as I say, I go back to a couple of videos when I was mentioning this, when you have a tight deadline, it's major pressure on everyone to try and get it done, but it does get the job done. And if we didn't have this tight deadline, probably be another 2 or 3 weeks on here just dwindling away, getting it done, because there's no one on our back to try and push it to make sure it's finished. So having these, as I say, tight deadlines is perfect if you want to stick to targets and stick to your costs of what you've allowed for certain things in the jobs, if not bring them under. So yeah, after all that carnage, more or less done now. Got a chance to sit down and chill. The lads are still finishing off downstairs, a few little bits, like the blinds still haven't been fitted, so on these video and photos, fly there, there's going to be no blinds, but they are going to be fitted just before the tenants moved in, which we've been told now. So for video and photos, no blinds, but Niall's told me it doesn't really matter. My OCD kicks in and thinks it does matter, but we'll see. So yeah, this room done, dressed, ready for Niall to do his magic, get the video and photos. The headboard, that isn't the right size, doesn't look as bad. We're just going to leave it in, it's just going to stay in forever now. So another one of them things I'll look at and remember over the next couple of years. But yeah, I mean, all the hard work, blood, sweat and tears is now done. Everyone can have a little breather. All the lads are out, like downstairs doing the last few bits, but it should be sorted today. So yeah, easy part now, getting the photo and videos, going around doing the dressings, and I'm happy that it's over. I'm happy that the August month's over, and I'm happy that the tenants are moving in here, and we can just focus on the next jobs now and get a fresh bit of energy into it. But the lights work, I was just trying to get them to work, then change the colour. Yeah, there we go. Like that, boom. So yeah, all good. So the next time you want to see this house now is gonna be with the show reel done, like you've seen on Project Albert. We'll do a little bit of an introduction for it first, and then we'll showcase it for you. So for now, thanks for looking what we did today, and you're back over to Manchester.
So, like Alex has said, down the line, we'll bring you the finished video and products of what that job looks like. We're really proud of our student stuff. We honestly spend more than most and put so much thought and detail into every single product. I actually have been the contractor for Alex, and it was one of the most stressful experiences of my life. So it's so much better being his business partner, because that guy knows what he wants. He's got an eye for detail. And the thing is with Scousers, God love them, they speak their mind, very abrupt, and can sometimes be a little bit dramatic. What do you mean that's not right? I like 2 teas in me coffee. I was like, oh, okay. And it can be a bit like that. So that was a bad Scouse accent, that one at TB. Anyway, looking at our new document here for grabs and aggregates, I can see we're having a pretty good week and there's a lot planned. So we did have a piece of software for grabs and aggregate called Waste Logics. It's kind of the industry standard that loads of people have got. However, we felt we're not quite ready for it yet, and it was creating a lot of work just to keep it running. So KTM and Arcade and Danny designed a dead simple little Excel document. Well, it's actually not Excel, we use Google Sheets, so G Suite is called. It's basically brilliant because all the team can collaborate and use it. So set up a really simple document where we book out the job, we let know which driver, what the product is, how much we sold to them for, if they've invoiced, if they paid, how they paid, etc. For now, it's displayed in here, it's going to work just fine. We've also got our labour plan, which is looking good, less people off. And we've got one person on holiday for 4 days. this week, so that's not bad really. So that means that holiday season's over and we've got more men out there, and the more men out there, hopefully the more money we're making. But if you come round here, Mr. 𝗕𝗓𝗟𝗏, aka TB, aka Thomas Burney, the man that can't. Have you got a missus yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, your boyfriend?
No.
Do you want one?
Open to all offers.
Why not? Yeah, beggars can't be choosers. I know that. So 𝗕𝗓𝗟𝗏, as you know, does all our drawings. He basically architectural technician, and working with him, he's worked for us now for like 6 years. He disappeared chasing tail for about 2 years, but he's back. He's been back. How long have you been back for now?
18 months.
18 months. So we're very glad to have him back, and he's enabled us to offer this genuine design and build solution, which is really popular. It means that a customer that hasn't got any drawings can come to us, the builder, and say, right, this is what I want, and we can take them from that point all the way to finished enjoying their new property. So, but TB wants to better himself, because that's the kind of person he is. And he came to me a bit ago. Actually, we're having another chat today, weren't we? That's gone well, hasn't it? Yeah, sorry about that. And he came to me and said, look, I want to have a broader knowledge of the company and the industry. So what we've had him doing is a little bit of project management. So he took over from Paul, our project manager that's now gone to pastures new, on Project Cranborne. We need to do an update there, by the way. Yeah. And he's looking after that, but he's really caught the tail end of that. But now KTM and I have given him a little job, which is a structural knock through, new kitchen, bifold doors on a house, a little project. And we've shot some content there. TB shot some himself, but rather than bring it and bleed it out to you bit by bit on the episodes, we're going to get the whole project documented and then cut it into a little segment, so you'll be able to see from start to finish the whole journey of that project and see if TB is any good. So if there's no ending to it, it means the customer's kicked us off site and we've done a rubbish job. So no pressure, but that won't happen.
No,
it won't. Yeah. So what we're going to do, probably, how long on that job then before we can do that?
It's going to be a couple of weeks. We've got the kitchen fitter in a couple of weeks.
Right. So in 2-3 weeks, we'll bring that on the channel and you'll see TB making his proper project management debut.
Exciting.
Yeah, it is. I'm glad. And then we'll look at other stuff, because I'm all about developing the staff out. Like my brother, our kid, it's not here now because he goes home because he's a football coach as well. He is learning the grab and aggregate side. And Danny does a bit of project management and does the estimating. KTM does everything. And I don't do much, to be honest. But it is what it is. Have a nice evening. See you tomorrow. Easy, innit? No break. Yeah. Good morning, it's Friday. Just getting my hands dirty. Not really, I'm just having a mare. Don't know how to use this thing. Anyway, so I'm at Project 849 and it's chaos, but it's a good chaos. The lads have got a lot to do. I've just walked around every house and there's bits to do in every single one, but I've just had a meeting with Bizzo and we've got a plan for absolutely everything. In situations like this, what's most important is we organise the labour and that everybody knows what they're doing, and we're in that place. Everybody has got a plan. So I'm gonna have another walk around now, try and help the guys get motivated, show you guys where we're up to. This is literally the business end of the job. We've got less than a week to get this handed over. You'll look at it and you think you've got no chance. However, I know what my guys are capable of and I know what we can achieve in this time. But whilst I go and have a look round, I'm going to throw you over to Alex, who's at Preferred Joinery. Go on, Mr. Riddick.
So yeah, today we're on Preferred Joinery and I'm back on the roll again now with my boots coming on. So we're going to go in. Here's Carly as well. Carly's back from holiday. August holidays, always the worst. And she's back in now because we've been diverting all the calls to Manchester office. And she's looking at me now thinking, what am I doing? I'm filming. And she's walking away. But she's back now. So all the lads can stop answering the phones in the office and Carly can get back on it because there's lists to go through that we need to call back and tie off loose ends. So yeah, let's go and have a look. Ah, look at that. So yeah, look at this. Lads have been cracking on and they're all rolling now. Out there amazing them. And see the workmanship that's gone into that. So you seen last time with Richard, you will have seen on the weekend when he was routing all his out by hand. Like the skill that is to get a precise look at that to the mill. Perfect. Perfect work. Years of experience doing them. No CNC machines there, mate. Pure handheld. So yeah, they're ready to be Osmo oiled up now. Looks like he's just getting ready to fit the second one up, which he's got all the doors there now, all the locks on ready to go and hang. And the factory's busy. The lads are pumping it out. It's looking good. I remember once we were doing a job over the water, and in 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗓𝗓, and this lad was working with us. Only like he's say young, but he was young in the head, and he was from not a screen.
Yeah.
So we needed him to help us on like a labouring job. So the lad said to him, like, we're going to 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗓𝗓, and that's so make sure you bring your passport with you and that.
Oh, fuck off.
So as we're going up to go through the tunnel, we're like lad, get your passport out.
Oh no. Oh no.
He got his passport out, and we were like,
Oh, fucking hell.
great, isn't it?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so
Some fucking people.
this is the door, isn't it? That
This is the door that we were making the other day, yeah.
So you're finished with it now?
Yeah, I'm done, yeah. The lads are just Craig's going to clean this one up. That's being sanded in.
So that's just a laminated piece, weren't it?
Yeah.
That big chunky piece that we've seen.
That's it, yeah. All bonded
you're gonna
together, rebated out.
And then they were. That was already formed, weren't it? That you done? You cut it all.
Yeah, they were one piece, yeah, 4x4. So they just need to get planed to 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. Then rebate out, put it together, and then.
So you've done all the TNG boards now, then?
The boards are got to be done next, yeah. They're all. Where are the boards for these, Dan? They're all here.
So they were all done.
So these boards eventually will be set.
Oh yeah, so you've had to put a groove in them to match the existing.
Yeah, Danny's done all the boards.
So they'll go behind, won't they?
Yeah, but it's long enough, innit?
Yeah.
And just. Yeah, these laws sit on the inside. So obviously from the air.
So is that what we're copying?
That's the one that got fixed the other day, yeah.
So, but we're copying that then? Yeah.
Basically, yeah, the boards have got to match them. They must be going next to each other.
Nice. It would have been better than hardwood, like, wouldn't it? But
Hardwood would have been nice, like, but pain in the arse.
yeah, nice.
And I do mistakes as well with hardwood.
What are you doing this gate up here now?
Yeah, so I've got that gate to copy now.
Which is that one, isn't it?
This over here, yeah. So basically I brought it out of the container so I can refer to it.
So where's the job we're doing for free? We're doing this for free, aren't we?
I don't know, are we?
Yeah, there's a bit of a story
Really?
behind it, yeah.
Oh, Christ.
So don't f*** up, what?
No, I'll try not
You have to bleep me out there.
So far, so good. So basically what I've made is I've made the top rail, which replicates that one there, and eventually it's going to sit like so.
So this gate is for a YouTube subscriber. He
Is
watches,
it?
yeah. So
Really,
he'll be
yeah?
watching this getting done.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Is that
so,
wise?
Make sure, you put your best efforts in.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, so you formed the top already, you've sort of bandsaw them out?
Yeah, we've got to cut that out, yeah. As your uncle said before, please don't put it together and then try and cut that out. Do it beforehand. I said, yeah, of course, yeah.
And then the pieces going in between and you're going to replicate the
Yeah,
exact same,
we've got
yeah?
to do that. Once I've got that down there, then I've got to get a 7x1 in the middle, then a 2-inch and a 2-inch.
Are we doing the same there where it's stepped in?
Yeah, everything is going to be replicated. The only thing is that is, I think, about 8mm thicker than what we've got here, but that's all we could get.
Yeah.
But it's like just on 60mm, that's like 65, 66.
So you got to put that through the spindle again then?
Yeah, I've got to put a bevel on it, but obviously not the same size bevel that's on that, because obviously that being thicker, we'll have to make that bevel just a little bit smaller. So Mike was saying, once you put that little rail in the middle there, we want to have a good a good 3/8 flat, and then get the bevel on it. So basically, and obviously that's got to get beveled so the water can run off it.
Nice and chunky though, aren't they?
They are chunky,
So what's that then going to be exactly the same, will be, won't it?
It's a replica, yeah, it's an exact replica of it. At least that's the plan anyway,
And then TNG boards again?
TNG, yeah, which we'll have to make ourselves. We've got TNG boards there, but they're too thin. They're only like 14, 15mm, yeah. So
you make them out of that?
The rough sawn, yeah. So we basically make them the same as that, just to match them.
So is this the first one?
This is the first, yeah. I'm just putting the second one together.
So do you have to laminate the head again, or do you get it with...
No, the head's exactly the same here. This is the opposite one. So if you can imagine, that's that gate there. That's the middle part. This is basically going to be like that on the other gate.
Yeah.
So it's just going to... So it's basically
just this piece laminated in it there,
yeah, it's exactly the same, yeah. It's all been put together because we haven't got timber obviously that big, so we had to just bond it all together last night, and then once it was all bonded together on a solid piece of timber, you get the template, and where are we here?
Spin it?
Yeah, that one, yeah. And basically the template sits on the timber like so.
Yeah. So that template was just offered up to there. It was drawn, wasn't it?
That's it, yeah. Mike drew the template out for me beforehand, so basically I had to work with that. So find out your widths and that, and then obviously got on the spindle this morning, put the template on top, like so, fit the so any excess timber that sticks over the side.
Oh, so you used air on that to get it through, yeah?
Yeah, so once the template's on, obviously you've got maybe 1/8 of an inch timber all the way around. You just run it off there like so.
To get it the right size then.
It gives you your perfect shape then.
So you just keep it tight to that there, yeah?
Yeah, you do, yeah. You have
guide.
to, yeah. So when you're doing it like that see that little mark on there, it's always got to be touching that. You know, you can't run it through like that. Okay. It's always got to be making contact with that, and then you know it's dead centre.
But it's not cutting that then, it's only cutting that.
Exactly,
so
yeah.
Set the height on there.
Yeah, yeah. So it's just running off the MDF, and it's cutting into that. So it's a good system, like, you know, if you do it properly.
Yeah, no mistakes.
Yeah, basically.
So that's it then, isn't it?
So that's it, yeah. So it's basically massive, just getting this together now. And then once I'm happy that the sizes are okay, fit the sloping rail at the top. And then obviously I've got to concentrate on them uprights.
Bob's your uncle?
Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your living lover.
So the door that you see me lifting over there is now finished, now ready to go to site. So it's going out the way it is like that. And it's going to get hinged up, and all the door finish is going to get done on site. The glass is going to get put on site as well. But as you can see off the size of that door, the frame for it's there. Don't worry about the window. The frame is there for it, and this door and frame is going to go alongside the bifolds that have already been oiled up, and then it'll sit right next to it. So you'll have the door and then the bifolds that will open fully. So once it's all in, it's going to look really impressive. That, but you can see how good that is, and the magnitude that door looks. I can imagine that on your house. Be amazing, wouldn't it? So that's it for today on Preferred Joinery. Loads going on as always. That hard job that we're doing there for the bars is looking really good now. It's all coming together nicely, and it's all getting ready for Dave to fit on site. So as I say, we're going to try and get that filmed and shot for you so you can see it getting done, and then obviously see the finished article. Devo's banging out the gates, the gate man at the minute, isn't he? The arch that you've seen him do last episode, you know, it's all put together now, and now he's doing the gate for our YouTube subscriber Harry, his name is. So hopefully we can make a nice job of that. Again, we'll show all of that right through the full process. I'm not too sure what's happening with the paint or the fitting on. I think he's doing it all himself. I think we're just making the gate, and then he's going to take it himself then from there. But yeah, all good. So as I say, we're on your back to Manchester now, and they will take it from here.
So I noticed the other day, someone said, oh, these boys are taking ages to do this one drain run, but it's monster work here. As part of this job, this contract, we were asked to upgrade the drains to this whole phase that we're doing, but also other parts of the actual site. So it's been a monster installation, but the boys at 𝗕𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓, nice dig at that by the way, are doing a brilliant job. But if you look here, so this is a private development, so the roads are owned by our customers, so normally you can't dig onto the public highway, but the guys have now excavated, so all that is complete. The whole drain installation, the top water and the foul waste are all sorted, but now we've got to make the connection into the main drain there. But what we're having is a rain control tank there, attenuation tank, which basically, you're seeing this all the time now, where the planners want, and building control, want you to control the flow of the top water, the surface water that goes back into the main drain. It's a good idea because you think about it, even though we're not adding extra houses and units here, there is still potentially more rainwater because we've added extensions that's now going to go into the public system. So it's understandable. They cost an absolute bomb, these tanks, and to get them in is a lot of work. However, we're doing all the prep work. The tank should be landing next week. They've been designed by a specialist drainage consultant, and they're going to simply drop in. But we've excavated back to the connection in the row. We surveyed the whole site so we know where all the drains are, or should be at least. So that should be quite an easy job. And once that's done, we can then backfill this and then re-tarmac the whole site. Now again, that's going to all happen next week. What I am pleased to see on this job here is that we're using our own recycled aggregates. We're self-serving ourselves. So this is stuff from our yard, which is only being used for fill. It's all got to be graded off and stuff, but it's perfect for what we've used it for. It's a low-cost aggregate that's exactly what's required. Building control are happy with it. So yeah, it's nice to see us serving ourselves. What's also nice is wherever you look on this site, literally 360 degrees, you'll see Every Trade vans. But that's just the way it needs to be because it's all hands on deck. But let's go and have a wander around. So as you can see now, what James and his team are doing on the groundworks, they're grading off the ground. Now we're getting rid of the really sort of contaminated, rubbish, clayey, crappy soil that's going, and then we're going to bring some of our own screen topsoil in and then turf it. We're also putting in some perimeter paths. These weren't actually on the drawings, but I had a chat with the client and there was no real way in and out of these extensions. So what I've done is put in a variation, and for those that don't know, that means basically when there's additional work that's not in the original scope or estimate, you put in as a variation request, and then the client will say yes or no. So they've approved them, so we're going to do all this turfing and these paths as a variation. Again, you'll see there's a manhole that we've put in as well. But speaking of, I think it might be quite interesting for you guys to see how these drains flow and how it's all connected, because all the falls, it's quite a big job, you know, it's a big drainage scheme, to see how it's all been designed to fall all to the tank. So I'm going to hand you over to James, who is the Love Island reject, but also now a good pal of mine, one of our trusty suppliers and customers on the grab side as well. He's going to show you how these drains have gone in and how they work.
Right, so I'm James. Apparently I'm the Love Island reject, but I'm here to show you how the drains work. So basically, the past couple of weeks, we've basically been putting in the drains, all a new system for the surface water and the foul. This one's the surface water now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how it works and how it finds its way to the main sewer. So this, imagine this is the rain. You're not going to get that much heavy rain, but follow me. So it starts there, that's the start of the run. As you can see now, it flows through to this manhole. That's the first manhole. Then we've got, it takes a while for it to go from there to there. So we've got all the reinstating that we've been doing, the new flags, new pathway, and then obviously just married it up to the old pathway. These are all in now. And then I'll show you now this bit. See, it's made its way here. As you can see, it's there, it's trickling through. It's coming through. So we've got the fall from that point to there. It's working nice. Obviously this is all going to get reinstated as tarmac, a tarmac pathway. This one connects into it, straight run all the way down. They're separate, they're for the sinks, so the foul. But follow me more. Right. There's the sewer pipe down there, what we've put in, the lower one. Right, here you can see, that's the water. It's running through from that point there, what we flushed in. We flushed it all the way from that far side of the property. It goes all the way to that manhole. From that manhole, change of direction to this manhole, runs through, and then it runs to the main sewer there, as you can see. So it's all working, it's all connected up. That's the lot.
So I'm upstairs in one of the units, and this one I would say is the most furthest along. Carpets are down in all the bedrooms out of 3 of the 4 units, with the carpets going down this weekend in the final one. So what we've got is one house that is lagging behind the other 3. You always get that. It's just a natural human flow of things. But this one is painted, all the doors are swung, the carpets are down. What we've got, the challenge we've got is the floor layer who works on all my jobs, Mark, has got to go through all these. This is going to be LVT here. It's got to be prep screeded, no, it's got to be plied, then feather screeded, and then LVT. And the thing is, once you start that, it kills the site. No one can go in, so we've just got to manage that time. But he'll work all hours for me. I told him I'm going to buy him a takeaway every night whilst he's here. So yeah, I'm not worried about him because he's never let us down. So whilst I'm looking around here, I'm picking up little bits of snags. I've got a WhatsApp group with Charlotte. I'm just pinging that through. We also use another app called Site Audit Pro, if none of you guys are on that. It's a really good app. And literally what it means, you take a picture, you annotate it, you put a circle around it, whatever, and you can share it with your team. It's great. But we'll use that down towards the end of handover, because there's no point in snagging now because there's so many things unfinished. Like I'm noticing things like paint on hinges and stuff like that. I'll just get Charlotte to be looking at that now, but I won't physically snag it because otherwise the snagging list will be so long. But yeah, I know from experience that this job is now coming together. So I'm going to keep walking around, picking up bits, letting Charlotte know. But whilst I do that, obviously the yard is still cooking on gas. Let's go and see what the boys are up to in the yard. At the moment, the dig's away, so Dale and Mark and cousin Alex are filling the gap, but we need to keep going because the orders are still coming in. So let's have a look. So I'm in one of the kitchens now, and basically in all the units the kitchens look like this, which is basically unfinished, but I know we're there or thereabouts. I feel a bit sorry for the painters really, because the painters have been through here, and whilst they've not finished, we're marking, because it's the speed at which these jobs have got to work, we're marking their work and doing stuff that is basically meaning they've got to come back in. But I'll be fair with the painters, and what I'll do, I'll pay them for a couple of days on day rate, going back through, touching it all up. It just is what it is. In an ideal world, when you're running a project, you do it all in a phased approach. The joiners come in first fix, the plasterers come in second fix, painters on their own, tiles on their own. But on this project, at the pace we've got to work, it just won't work like that. So everyone's got to work all over each other, and it's my job and Charlotte's job and Bizzo's job to try and keep everyone happy, motivated, and explain to them, I know it's not ideal, but we're nearly there, one final push and we'll get done. But you'll see, like, they've painted this, it's actually, that's not even been undercoated yet, but we've marked it, there's pencil marks on it and stuff like that. It's a bit soul destroying for them. However, we've got good relationships with them, so I'll manage that. As a owner of a company sometimes, or even as a project manager, you have to really be a people's person. You've got to understand it from everyone's point of view. Some people just need that little bit of encouragement just to get them over the line. But as I always say, we've got a great time-served team on here. We pretty much work with everyone that's here. So I've got confidence in everyone that's here. But yeah, there's still a lot to do. And I think if the client walked around now, considering we've only got a few days left, they'd be worried. But I know what's possible in the time we've got. So you'll see now the decorators have painted the external brickwork black. Now, that's a choice by the designers and the client. It's not necessarily something I do, but we do what the client wants us to do. It's actually quite nice because where we've done a lot of patching up and stuff like that, it tidies it up a little bit. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but it's what the client wants, and we've done it elsewhere on the site before. And once it's done and dusted, it looks quite nice. And there's actually a contrast, if you look behind here, there's a contrast with this brick here. This brick's called Ivanhoe Cream. This will all be masticed up and everything. But yeah, you see that there, works all right. It was all hard to get them bricks. If you spin 360, you'll see, is this 360? More about 180, isn't it? we've put a cladding system on this one here. The client wants some kind of clad. Yes, Bizzo!
Yeah, baby.
Mate, man, I can't talk. I ain't got time to talk to you, have we?
Yeah, what's that you filming?
I know, but you're too busy. I don't want to slow you down. So yeah, but we've got like a cladding system that the guys are putting on here, and again, it just gives contrast. It's a design thing, but it's not everyone's cup of tea. But as a contractor, you've got to do what the client asks you to do. But yeah, we're making good progress, and this will all come together at the last minute. It always does. So yeah, good visit. I think I'm gonna have to be here quite a bit over the next few days just to make sure that I'm taking the pressure off Bizzo and Charlotte and just spotting things with a removed sort of sense of being right in the middle of the job. Sometimes when you're in the heat of the battle, at the centre of the battle, it's hard to see all the bits around you. So my job as the owner is to keep everyone motivated, keep everyone on sort of on target, on focus. But like I say, I've got maximum confidence in everyone here. All the guys know what they've got to do and they know when they've got to do it by, and we will never let this customer down. These are, like I say, our best customer. I talked about this in the very first episode, and it weighs heavy on my mind. I've had a headache all weekend, and it's like it's throbbing, and I don't feel stressed, but it is like a bit of a tension headache. But it's because the thought of letting the customer down troubles me. So the best thing I can do is just be here and action points, action people, get things moving, make sure things are happening, keep everyone motivated. But I've got faith in my team. So yeah, I've got to go to the dentist now. I'm gonna go to the dentist, and then I'm gonna go back to HQ. KTM's away, so I'm doing the pay run. I can't forget to do that because I never normally do it. Otherwise, no one will be here tomorrow. So yeah, a lot to do, but yeah, it's a good site visit. But whilst I'm gone, the work will continue. Back at HQ now, been to the dentist, had a little clean. What do you reckon? These are not turkey teeth, by the way. I get a bit of grief that they're not turkey teeth. I had a brace. I went through the pain and the embarrassment of spitting when I talk when I was 34. I still do now, to be fair, especially when I say B's and P's. Just had a great meeting there. Do you know Welder Faber's sponsor, Autodesk or Autovolt? So it's Danny. He owns a building company, a high-end building company as well, but he's such a clever guy. He's into software, parts. He's so inspirational. He's younger than me. He's building his own house. It's going to be amazing. So I love meeting people like that, people that are just entrepreneurial and are in different industries and can just see gaps. We don't just see them, they actually go after them. And we're like that, but software, he's got a software company, and that's the one. You make it, you're obviously continually building it, you put it out there and you make money forever. That's inspiring. So that's it for another week at Every Trade. Next week is a huge week for us. We've got to get project 849 over the line. We're also trying to build this yard. The dig is back on Monday, hopefully, so we'll be able to take you there. If you've liked what you've seen, please hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, please join the 10,700 and whatever it is as of I'm speaking now, and click the subscribe button. But if you don't like us, don't come back. It is what it is. We try our hardest, but you can't please everyone all of the time. Have a great rest of the Sunday, guys, of your Sunday. We'll see you back on Wednesday. Hopefully the sun is shining. Woo! Is that okay, TB? Out of 10?
You don't like us?
Few people.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't see that.
Yeah.